You all are probably like, what is wrong with her? Cheers. I'm trying to stay covered up. That's what I'm trying to do. New people don't know how to make my coffee correct. Where are my guys that always make it the exact way? I don't know. I think it's something to do with the women. No problem, because they're learning, but they always put too much sugary things in my coffee. And I'm already sweet. I don't need all that. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Happy Sunday, all my peeps. Maybe I needed a little sweetness today. It's been one of them days. Yeah, I decided to go live and talk to you all. I'm in my happy place. It's snowing. I'm not out walking in it while I'm talking to you because I can't do 3 things at once. That means holding the phone, holding my coffee, and walking. I'd probably trip on something. So I'm in my favorite corner. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Watching the cars go by. There's a song like, how's it go? I can't remember. Sitting on the corner, watching the cars go by, sipping on my coffee. I know it doesn't say coffee in the song. It says gin and tonic, but I'm not going there. I don't like gin. Tequila, maybe. Alright, I gotta move over. Put the coffee down. So how are you? Yeah. Just trying to stay warm because it is a little bit chilly out here. Listening to music on my headphones. So if you see this thing, that means I got music flowing through my body. And music flowing through my body always makes me happy. So, yeah, I haven't been on live in a long time, so I said, let me do this real quick while I'm out walking. I've made a lot of friends recently, and they always want to know, what do you be doing? Okay, well, this is what I be doing. This is what I be doing. But no, I'm not interested. Yeah, there's only like one heart that's interesting to me. One, not uno. Yeah. So, let's see. What can we talk about today? What would you like me to talk about? Nobody ever says, like, Angel, can you talk about rah, rah, rah? No. I always got to come up with the topics. I think it's time for you all to get engaged in what I'm talking about. Somebody asked me today, so I think I'll pose this question to you all. Interesting question. It's not meant for me, but maybe it might be meant for the collective. If you were, or just even with your friends, if there was an argument or disagreement, how would you handle it? So that's $1 million question. How would you handle it? Inquiring minds want to know how Angel would handle it, so I'm going to tell you. I don't like confrontations with any type of thing, but people that do know me know that if you have a disagreement with me, or you have an argument with me, or you don't agree with what I'm saying, or you think I'm wrong, I put that all in one basket. There's probably some more things I could add to it. I am pretty patient and tolerating of most situations, only because of who I am and what I represent in my family as the pillar, and in my friendships and relationships. So if I'm going to be the light to you, any of you, because you're all valuable to me. doesn't matter. You're very valuable to me, even as a friend. Matter of fact, friendship is more important to me than anything. But if those situations came up where I have to disagree with you, or you have a problem with how I handle things, how I would deal with that is, I'm not fighting with you. I might ask you, what is your problem? I'm very direct, so I would be very direct. I would say, what, have you got a problem? Is there something that took place that you want to discuss? Because we could talk about whatever it is, but if you point fingers at me, you need to be very careful how you come at me. Yeah, be careful. Because I'm going to watch you say, all right, so you don't want to answer that? Okay, no problem. That's your problem, not mine. And then I might just leave it peacefully, walk away. And if you think that I'm going to come back and talk to you about it at another time and place and have you come at me again, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Because I was nice the first time around, and you didn't want to discuss it at that time. So my opinion about that is, if you didn't want to discuss it, then it must not be an issue that can't be resolved. For you, not for me. Because me, it could roll off my back. I could be fuming, really ticked off at you. I really could. But you ain't gonna know until you say to me, yes, I'm willing to listen. If you ain't willing to listen or discuss the problem with me, why are we going there? Hello? Because you don't want to hear my sharp tongue. You don't want me to go there. Especially if I wasn't, if I am not the person, if I am not the one in the wrong, and you're accusing or you're causing it to be a problem for me, you don't want to hear my mouth. You do not want to hear Angel get mad. Never. Well, I don't actually get mad. It takes a lot for me to really get mad. Really, it does. But when I say something and it comes out my mouth, it's going to be harsh. So that could be considered not nice. Depends on you. This is very sweet. But that was a question that was a debatable question, because I like debating. I'm a logical thinker. I analyze what you said, and I really do need time to process before I answer you. I'm not a person who answers like right away as soon as you ask me a question. I'm going to think about it. That way there is no problem. You know? Just saying. I'm that kind of gal. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to process the dilemma, and I'll get back to you. Now, if it's not favorable, what I'm thinking or where I'm going to go with the logics and the analytics of the dilemma, that must mean I'm not the person that's got the problem. It's you. And you don't want me to go there, because I'm going to have to tell you like it is without yelling at you. I'm going to have to say, yo, you check yourself. Check your mind. Anyway. Oh, anyways, why should we even go there? Why should we even have those kind of discussions? Because that's a form of negativity in my world, to me. Discussions are great, and having debates is great, because nobody's ever right. Well, I am most of the time, but debates, I'm just saying, because I think it through. Not saying that I'm always right, because I might not be right in your world about what I'm going to say. But In most cases, before I speak, I've already thought about it. Or it's been given to me from a higher power. It's not something that is flowing through me because I'm not the one having the issue. You see what I'm saying? So I'm being given the message to reveal to you. And when that happens, there's nothing I can do or say that's going to sugarcoat it for you. It's just going to come out the way it is, the truth. Because I'm a truth seeker. I'm a truth revealer. And since the message is given to me to give to you, I got to give it to you the way it was given. That's the way it goes. You got to figure out how to deal with it. Now, can I help you deal with that? Yes. After I've delivered the message and you need help with the deliberation, or you need help with solving how you need to deal with life, after that, I can help you with that. Yeah, I can. I can help you. Because I am the light. And that's not tooting a horn. That's something that's been given to me since birth. I am the light. And I am a healer. And a healer comes in many forms and ways. And that's another thing I'm not tooting my horn about. I just know the facts. I've learned to accept that. So, I can help heal that dilemma you have inside of whatever I spoke the truth about. Now, the only time I don't recall it ever being like the bad guy or the one who had the issue, and except for maybe when I was younger, maybe, you know, I lied to my mother and I paid the consequences for lying to her. Well, I didn't really lie to her. She didn't ask me the right question, so I didn't answer her properly, you know. Had she asked me directly, so this is the thing, if you want to know something from me, ask me directly. Don't go in between the lines. Just come out and say it. Angel, did you kick that person over there on the sidewalk? Yes, I did. Why did you kick that person on the sidewalk? Because they kicked me. And I retaliated by kicking them back to let them know how that felt. Does that mean it's right to have kicked the person? No. But you asked me. I'm just telling you. So how my mother would have asked me the question back in the day would be, somebody said they fell on the street in front of you and you were doing such and such and such and such. Did you do anything to them? Well, technically the answer is no. You see? Because I didn't do anything to them. I was defending myself. So had she just said, did you kick the person? I would have said, yes, I kicked the person. Why did you kick the person? Because they kicked me first and they made me fall down. So I got up and kicked their ass. That's it. End of story. So those are the kind of things back in the day where I was direct. You just didn't ask me. Sorry. If you don't ask correctly, you don't get the correct answer. Because I don't know where you're going with it. I don't know what you're going to do with it. I don't know if you're going to use it against me. I don't know. And maybe how you asked me is not really what took place in the first place. So be careful how you ask me a question. I really don't like to be interrogated. Nah, I don't like that. If you interrogate me, wrong person to have done that to. Because I have a detective mind. So if you interrogate me, my defense is automatic. I'm going to investigate you. Just saying. That's the Dick Tracy in me, because back in the day I wanted to be a detective like that. My mom had to buy me a little detective kit because I wanted to be like that detective. And I've been like that all my life. Like, yeah. So, yeah, I took my glove off so my hand was getting cold. If you, most of the time, this is my demeanor in life, is just be peaceful. Treat everything with sugar and spice. Not everything is nice, but I'm going to treat it like sugar and spice until you prove me different. If you show me that your colors are not right, you show me that you put pepper in my coffee. Hold on. I want to put my glove on, but you put pepper in my coffee, it says sugar, just to irritate me, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. And I will find out it was you. Without a snowflake just went in my eyeball. Can you see the snow falling at me? Yeah, it's blowing in at me. Whatever put me on this conversation anyways. And you all ain't even talking back. Yeah, I'm a peaceful, loving person. I am a peaceful, loving being on this planet. But things on this planet can really rile a person up as much as you are peaceful. And I tell you, I try my best to not let anyone rile me up, but it happens. It happens. It really does happen. There's nothing you can do about it. We live amongst all kinds of creatures and beings and aliens, and I do say there are aliens here. I don't care what you think, but I know for sure because I can see them. For all you know, I could be an alien, you know. I'm really just an angel, but I'm here. I was put here to do certain things. I'm an earth angel. I'm not one of them ones with the wings, although I do have them. You just can't see them. And some people will say, well, angels don't have wings. You're right. Metaphorically, they don't. And you can't see them most of the time. But I'm not etherical. I can be at times. I'm really just here as an earth angel to do certain work that they sent me here to do. One of those jobs is to enlighten whoever comes on my path, to love one love, unconditional love. I don't have to be in a relationship to do that. Yeah. And my light tends to attract it tends to attract so many people, and I have to weigh the scale sometimes as to whether I could I can't even find the words I want to go with so I don't hurt nobody's feelings. Okay, so I have to decipher my detective way whether it's important enough to have friends, which I do want. Friends. Always got to have friends. That's what makes the world go round and round. But, yeah. So we'll leave that right there. That way there's no problemos. Since the last time I was live, things have slowed down. I am playing my drums and going to the topic of music now. My brothers are back from Africa, and I'm going to get ready to get busy getting Sambalolo up and running again. I'm also doing my own thing, and some of what I'm doing I can talk about, and some of it I am not going to talk about, because some of what I'm doing is for the future. And I have this theory that if you talk too much about it, it doesn't happen, or things get thrown in there like a wrench, you know. So I'm not going to talk about some of the things that are coming into play. But I am playing my drums every day. I was just playing them a few minutes ago before I came out. And there are a few bands that have asked me to sit in sometimes, and I might do that. I'm also thinking about maybe collating my own, not a band, but me, myself and I, and do something. Because when I wait on people, you know, I have so many people who say, Angel, you gotta come play with it. Angel, can you bring it? Angel did. But nobody comes to get me. And like I told everybody, you want me to be there, you have to help me out. You know, you have to help me out too. So that's what I'm doing. I think the winter time should be when I go into hibernation and just do my music. Getting sharper on the kit drumming, djembe, different styles of music. I want to really explore some country music. I love it. I was never that drawn to it, but there are some new artists that are out that really totally touch me some kind of way, where I want to get into that. Then there is definitely R&B. You already know, funk, R&B, soul. You're gonna find me playing that. That's my number one forte. I want to get into more soca. I know I have it, but I don't get to play it. So I had the opportunity recently for a world music Caribbean hurricane relief fundraiser, where there were a few bands playing, and a couple of them were bands that I know, and I played in there. And we did do some soca, and some people came to me after and said, Angel, I didn't know you know how to play soca. Yes, I mean, people, I've been around soca for like years. Forget I played mass, all that. Some of you don't know that. I played with mass in the carnivals for Trinidad and Tobago. And so yes, I know the grooves. I know them. Also, my partner, before he left this planet, he played all that music. So I watched and I learned, because this is what I did. While I was in hibernation and I wasn't playing, I was studying. I was studying all of the music that he was playing, and I have footage upon footage upon footage of him playing drums. So for kit drumming, I'm not sure if I could do it yet, but definitely on the djembe, I could do it. I know, and I did it. I've proven it. So I just like to play it a little bit more. So I'm going to have to find some songs that agree with me, and then I'm going to, start working on those patterns. Because to be a good drummer, whether it's hand drumming, whether it's tambourine, whether it's congas, whether it's bongos, whether it's kit drumming, djembe, whatever avenue you go in with the drums, you've got to know all styles of music, even though you might have one that's particularly your favorite. If you are a versatile drummer, you should be able to go sit in anywhere and play whatever. So I have some good drummers around me that I learned from. And it's been a pleasure to learn from them. I've had reggae drummers, I've had soca drummers, I've had R&B, I've had rock and roll, I've had blues, I've had jazz, and some other, genres of music drummers in my life, watching them and performing with them. So, yeah, you don't see all of that sometimes because it's hard to record when I'm playing sometimes if I don't have the right setup. So there isn't like I have a photographer or a videographer that's going to be with me all the time. I do have one, but he's not always available. And I need it captured the way I see it. So if you can't capture it the way that I see it, most likely I'm just going to do it myself or just not do it at all. So it's about training that person to see what you see, because some of you don't know this, but I did video work for years. I worked for a TV station. I also went to school for radio and television, and I did a lot of on-air videography work, as well as doing work for people when they hired me to do it. I don't do it as much anymore because standing on my feet for too long videotaping somebody is a lot for me right now. And it's not something I want to do anymore. But for myself, I know exactly where to put the camera. I know exactly what I want to record. I know how long I'm going to record it. I know what the angles that I'm looking for, and I can do it. Would it be nice to have somebody else doing it? Of course. One of my good friends, it's a very special good friend, he has two very excellent videographers, and they capture everything that's needed. And one day, I will have that too, but I got to train them. I do have Sir James, who does stuff for me occasionally, but he's a busy person, he doesn't always have time to run with me. Like right now, he wouldn't have been able to run down the street with me and do this. I don't need him to. I get to sit here and do this myself. So, yeah. It's hard to get people in place sometimes to do what you need to do. But this year is going to be a new year, new things. And some of those new things are already in motion, so I'm happy to report that. New things are in motion, and you will see them as time presents itself. So what's going on with you all? Nobody's commenting, nobody's saying nothing. And then you'll say, Angel, you never go live anymore, but no one's here even checking out. You'll wait until after I upload the video, and then you'll want to ask me questions, right? That's all right. Because by the time you ask them questions, I would have already answered them anyways. Because I already know. I already know what you're going to ask. One question that was posed to me about a week ago, how come you haven't moved on? What does that mean? What do you think I do every day? I get up, I rise up, I move, I keep moving. What else do you want from me? Huh? Living my life. Doing what I do. You see what I'm doing. So that's an irrelevant question. But hopefully I answered it for you. I'm doing me right now. I'm doing... I'm making... the moves I have to make. Be happy you're seeing me, because I could just like go off the air and not let you see what I'm doing. I'm letting you know what I'm doing. So if you are one of those inquiring minds, just know I am extremely happy. I am engaged with life. And life is engaged with me. And I'm loving it. I have love for you. Love for me. My family. And there you go. That's $1 million, $1 trillion question answered for you. Music is my love right now. Music is who I am. Music is where I'm going. And music is my sole inspiration. And the people who are in my life who are engaged with the same things are what matters to me right now. Even I tell my kids the same thing, because my kids do not involve themselves in what I do. They do not. They do not understand or comprehend, never did, never will, and I'm pretty sure, well, only one daughter probably, she's starting to get it, and one of my sons, he's been watching, and he's been helping me with some of my media stuff. But basically, if it's not your life, it's not your passion, it's not your purpose, I don't expect you to understand. I mean, my partner I had, and I say had because he's not here anymore, he had a passion, the same passion and purpose that I have. But I had to put mine on hold because some people don't get it. And that's why I'm saying I am who I am, and I'm only surrounding myself with people who have that same vibe, same frequency level, because I need that. I need people to understand or be on that path. I don't want to be walking down the sidewalk here listening to music and then someone picks a fight with me because I'm not listening to them. That's just a deviation of what I'm saying. Now, if I'm walking down the street and I'm listening to my music and someone walks up to me and says, "Hey, what's you doing?" and starts, vibing as if they could hear my music, we know that person is on a frequency level of where I'm going. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. And that's life. I'm okay with it. But anyway, it's getting a little brisk out here. I only wanted to come on here and say hi to you all, but no one wants to say hi back. So make sure when you get to watch this later, you like the video. It will be on YouTube. It will be on Facebook. It will be on Instagram. And it's too long to go on TikTok, so it won't be there. Someone asked me the other day, are you going to go live on TikTok? No, I am not. And the reason is because it involves so many elements with vision. I can't do it unless I have somebody helping me. And I don't have anybody to help me right now. So guess what? You're just going to get my videos. You want to see me live, you got to come to Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. And I haven't been doing anything right now because I don't want to read comments. Although I could do it right here on Facebook, but a lot easier. But you'll see this video later. Leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe to any one of those platforms that you see this video or anything that I do. My handles are on YouTube, AngelNaphtalie 247. Facebook, AngelNaphtalie A Gear, my main page. And AngelNaphtalie 247, my business page. And then also on Instagram, it's just AngelNaphtalie. There is 2 pages there, but I don't use the other one, which is AngelNaphtalie 7. I don't use that one. That's radio, and I'm not doing radio right now. But AngelNaphtalie, and it's linked to Facebook. TikTok is AngelNaphtalie 247. So now you got all my pages. Feel free to pop in and say hi. like I said, I've been making a lot of new friends because they're engaging in my videos and subscribing, and I'm pleased to say I'm happy for you all, for you joining me. My YouTube page is growing, so if you haven't gone there yet, go there and subscribe to that one for sure, and leave some comments. You know, I love them. I don't want to just hear from strangers. I want to hear from you too. I know you're watching, and I know you're not subscribed, so go do it. If you want to know what I'm doing, you got to follow me. And don't forget to like my pages as well, or whatever I'm doing, and follow me. And if I'm on something that you can leave stars, like Facebook can leave stars, I believe. No one does it, but it's okay. When you're ready, you will. And YouTube, I'm not ready yet to do that yet. And same thing with Instagram, whatever. I'm just here to provide content for your entertainment purposes. So, yeah. So this is me just sitting out here in the cold. I am getting cold. I wanted you to see the snow, but it's... Let's see if I could turn it around. See, it's kind of like falling. See it up there by the street light? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. That's the snow. I love it. It's doing that. I wish it was a blizzard, but then the rest of you can't handle that. I'm a snow angel, so I could take it. Anyway, take care of yourselves and be good. Oh, sure, now somebody wants to start watching, right? I'm going to leave and go home. Got a little ways to walk. But I'm glad you remember. Don't forget to leave your comments or questions. And next time I come on, I will answer them for you. I think I did enough talking for today. I think so. I really wanted you to see the snow, though. That's the main purpose of coming out here. Whoa. So, let's see if I can stand out in the snow. See the snow falling on me. Can you see the snow? Huh? See the snow? It's snowing. It's snowing. And I'm happy. That's why I'm in it. Anyway, let me go home. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm going to have to go home and cook something. Wish you were there, but you're not. So, cheers. Have a good one. That's what I really came out for, but the girl didn't do a good job. Anyhow, I'll talk to you all later. Ciao. Sure, now I can't do it.